And you know, by the way, here's what Israel is getting up to all across the Gaza Strip. As Netanyahu declares that the ICC warrant is invalid because Israel is a democracy that represents democratic values. Here's what Israeli forces are getting up to. They're burning books. They're literally burning books. This is at Aqsa University in Gaza City in the north, and it was posted by an Israeli soldier. This is, you know, one of the more enduring images of the war, courtesy of journalist Yunus Tirawi, who monitors Israeli social media accounts, Israeli soldiers' social media accounts. So an Israeli soldier proudly posted this image. They're also in Rafah burning books at mosques. Here's an Israeli soldier. Burning a Quran and posting it. His name is Itzhak Buzna from the Rotem 435 Battalion of the Givati Brigade, one of Israel's major infantry units. He recorded himself burning a Quran inside a mosque in East Rafah just about 24 hours ago. And since he's been exposed, he locked his account, removed his profile photo. But this is what they're doing. This is what Israeli soldiers are doing all across Gaza, and they've been doing this throughout the whole war. According to Buzna's friend in his unit, 1,000 books we burned in Gaza. I'm proud of you, my brother, said Roy Oz from the same unit as Itzhak, who burned the Quran. They're proudly claiming that they burned 1,000 Qurans. This is that post. So obviously this can all be submitted to the ICJ, to the ICC, and then the US will give them more flames to pour on the books. By the way, remember how many universities Israel has blown up in Gaza? Every single university has been blown up by the Israeli military. Every single one. Universities that even had no affiliation with Hamas. I believe this is Al-Azhar. You know, when I watch this, I think, how are the Jewish students at Columbia University and Harvard doing? That's what I think when I watch this. So there's nowhere to go to school in Gaza. Soldiers are running around burning thousands of books. They're burning Qurans. They've stolen books. There's actually Israel has historically stolen books and artifacts from the Palestinians. There's a great 2018 documentary called The Great Book Robbery about the thousands and thousands of books that Israel stole from Palestinian libraries during the Nakba in 1948. But in Gaza in 2021, one of the independent bookstores in Gaza City was targeted and bombed by Israeli forces during their assault that year on Gaza. And then they came back and destroyed virtually every school, bombed every university, and they're now burning books across Gaza with the full support of the supposedly democratic West. And when we talk about burning Qurans, what are they doing? I mean, this is an act that has caused enormous amounts of panic in countries like Sweden because of the fear of not just inflaming the Muslim population locally, and certainly it would inflame the Jewish population if Muslims went out and burned a Torah publicly. And I've never seen that happen in a Western society, but you have these Islamophobic provocateurs doing this in the West. They're worried about it in Sweden, endangering Swedish diplomats and NATO diplomats, because Sweden's part of NATO, abroad, or endangering Swedish, I don't know, Christian ministers who are working in the Middle East abroad. And so what Israel's doing, what Israeli soldiers are doing with the full encouragement of their commanders, is fueling a global religious war. And we, the taxpayers of the West, particularly the United States, we're just pouring gasoline on those flames. Obviously, it also conjures up images of Nazi Germany, of the Nazi book burnings. And we've seen Netanyahu and his president, Isaac Herzog, come out and claim that they found, Mein Kampf in some Palestinian's home, or, they found books in children's books, praising terrorism or praising Hitler. These are the ones who are setting the stage for these mass book burnings in Gaza. But we're the sponsors. As Heinrich Heine, the German anti-fascist intellectual, said, when you start burning books, you eventually burn people. But I don't know, maybe Israel did it the other way around, because they've been burning people for a long time.